Hello, Earth Tribe. Welcome to your weekly oracle messages. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I'll still have available January special tarot offer at the sales price, which is called Seeds. And if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my tarot services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Earth Tribe, you do have here as a common theme the energy of time and timing. And I do believe that for some of you, this can be a time period where there's the certain realization that some things in your life cannot be postponed anymore. I feel like some of you maybe have been delaying, making certain changes or even certain statements, certain decisions that are very important and vital for the progress of your life. And I feel like some of you have not been making let's say you have not been taking the appropriate action towards something that feels very important. And so in a way, it feels like there's divine intervention coming up for some of you during this week and ahead that might bring, just that push, that acknowledgement that the time has come for a certain thing at least to happen. I do feel like some of you, this is a time where maybe some of you are getting ready actually to make very important changes and very important moves in your life. And I feel like it's like preparation. You're wrapping up here the cycle and getting ready to, jump to the next cycle. And for some of you, I do feel like it's a messy situation as well, that it's causing some havoc during this week. It could be that there are, again, this concentration of problems that you need to take care of. And for some of you, this concentration of problems that is showing up is an energy that has been, in a way, accumulated, either because you have not been paying attention to the problematic kind of snowball effect, or you didn't realize, or you didn't really see something coming, or you really didn't realize that something could be this problematic. And so maybe some of you either have not been paying attention to something that you're now becoming aware it's kind of, problematic, or you have been seeing, in a way, something happening here that you are aware that can be a challenge, but you have not been taking action to take care of this problem. And so for some of you, it's like, it's time. You will not have, the ability to get away without doing anything, without saying anything. You will have to take action towards this problem or this mess. Or it could also be that for others of you, you are struck, right? Confronted with a situation you were not planning. And it might be that this happens in a way to push you, earth signs, to not be in this state of conformity, to not be in this state of passivity, because that's the common energy that I feel for the three of you. Is a lot of a passive mode here. And for Taurus, you do have the observation card, so the observer energy. And I do feel like this is a time where you're being called to really, detach yourself from your wants and your desires and your, subjective views upon situations, and take a look at it from a different, a more different distance kind of way, so you can really understand what is happening. And I feel like for some of you, Taurus, this has to deal with emotions. This has to deal with relationships. But in order for you to understand what is really going on there, you need to take a step back and look at it from far. Because when you are too close, or when you are too in the emotional tone that this brings, it's hard for you to see with clarity what to do, you know, what to do, what to say, how to act, to understand the reality of what's going on. And I feel like for some of you, you will be observing your emotions, you will be observing your relationships, you will be taking a look, even a serious look at where your relationships and your emotional kind of life is, so that you understand what steps you must take, what things you must do to improve it, or to, you know, I actually feel for some of you, Taurus, to leave situations that are not, you know, positive to you, to your growth. But you need to understand this, and the only way to understand what's really there in a relationship situation or in an emotional complex environment is to extract yourself from the drama. I also feel like some of you, this might just be a simple message that some of you are not interested in drama. You need to, it's important to not fuel any type of drama, to just remove yourself from situations that are toxic to your emotional self. Other of you, Taurus, I also feel like this has to deal with, again, observing. I feel like some of you are either observing someone from like a far away energy. I feel like there's a distance between you and someone, or someone is doing this to you. There's just an energy of something here across time. Again, the timing, across time and space is a very interesting thing. It could also be that for others of you, this is just an energy of you being interested in the bigger picture of situations. And so, you know, associated with that urge to understand the bigger picture of how things are functioning, you know, you're not, let's say, so concerned, or you're not so distracted by the mundane, irrelevant things that we can get so distracted and preoccupied by. For Virgo, you do have the Crossroads card. So Virgo, I do feel like this is indeed a time where it's, for you, it's the sign where I feel like that necessity to take decisions, to make choices, even to engage in a certain sense of a compromise, a commitment towards a path, it might be coming up. And I feel like some of you Virgos, you know, it's not that you don't understand that those choices need to be made. I just feel like maybe some of you Virgos were not expecting to have all the options that maybe you're being presented with. I feel like maybe you felt like you would choose a path that was, you know, the obvious path, that was what you were predicting it was going to happen, and maybe something else came up, and now you were kind of in need to make a choice, to go left or to go right, and this is causing you some anxiety. I feel like some of you are anxious, because I also feel like others of you, you're being guided by spirit, by heart, to go somewhere, to go where you're meant to go, but you're like afraid of it, or resisting that information, not trusting the information. And so being so much in the mind that, you know, the more you are in the mind, the less you're able to decide. I just feel like there's a lot of indecision, that it's, you know, stressful. It's not like you have, I don't feel like Virgos have a lot of time to be in this reminiscing of situations. So it's important to find clarity, or you will be asked to find this clarity, especially if also those are situations you have been dragging, you know, with you a long time. If it has been something, you know, you have been not wanting to choose or, you know, act upon for a long time, maybe right now you're going to again be presented with a situation that pushes you to make that choice or that decision. You know, the crossroads is an energy as well that is kind of indicating that some of you, you know, are really afraid to make the wrong choices and the wrong, you know, to go in a wrong way. I feel like regardless of the wrong and the right way, the thing here is that you cannot stop. And for some of you, you have been, you know, some of you Virgos, as you're showing here, is like you have not been living. you have not been taking control of your life, or there's a part of your life that has been in this postpone, pause phase, and it's interfering with the evolution, okay, of your life. It's interfering in the flow of the positive things you're meant to receive and you're meant to experience. So even if this is not a choice, for example, about love, it could be that the fact that you're postponing something in your life that immediately doesn't seem to have anything to deal with love or relationships, it's indirectly, it's affecting the things you want to manifest, for example, for love or for money or for growth or for other desires you have. It could be that you don't understand like the connections and the ramifications of what not choosing or being so much in this inner battle, inner conflict, and this struggle of not knowing what to do is causing to the whole. Because I feel it is affecting for some of you the whole. It's not just about the obvious choice, it's about the whole. And it could be that the week brings a sense of tension for Virgos that are not, comfortable in that energy of, or that you don't feel ready, that you don't feel ready to choose, and still you will have to. It could be that the week can be a little bit stressful, but I also feel it can be one that brings a lot of promise, because it's like you're about to encounter a very positive, bright experience here. There's something about choosing a path or choosing a way to go ahead that's going to bring to you a lot of positivity and open a new cycle of positivity in your life, but not without choice first. For Capricorns, you do have the following the rules card, which is interesting, and I do feel like this has a little bit to deal with the Saturn energy being in your sign. So following the rules here, I do feel like first and foremost is that some of you are being kind of, tested or forced during this period of time to keep going, in the right track, in the right way of something that you already have started in a way, but maybe that you are, either stressed or, tired of doing. I do feel like some of you that, especially that this is about work, you want to do something your way, but it could be that right now you were advised to just follow the way that is the way, right? It's like the traditional ways are having here a more upper hand than the creative side. It's like to put that on hold for a little bit while you take care of business. It could be that this is more about taking care of business, and so being more pragmatic, more practical, or time, it has come the time to follow, right, the path that leads you to certainty in a certain way, or that leads you to the fulfillment and the achievement of certain things you want materially in your life, but that that you have to go in a certain way about it. You cannot just be in this 100% I feel free state of doing, because it could be that there's a choice between, or there's an options between here you being maybe desiring to take certain risks, or to follow, again, to keep yourself in the track where you are. This energy being presented here is telling you that for now, it's better to stay safe, let's say, in the safe ways, in the ways that bring to you a certain element of stability. So it could be a time where, it's about taking, steps towards the things you want to achieve. Don't be, because there's a sense of some of you being a lot in this full energy as well, which is interesting. So it's like you want to take risks, or you want to be more reckless, more, more free to explore. Just consider what's at stake. I also feel like others of you Capricorns, it could be that this is just a matter of I feel like for some of you there's something here about fulfilling some family, duties, expectations, rituals even. There's a sense of traditions that some of you need to follow to achieve something. I do feel like for some of you Capricorns, it's very important to indeed, take a serious look at your responsibilities right now, and anything that you must do it right now, because again, the common energy is timing. So it's time to do things right, to do things that you are accountable for, so then you can be free to pursue other things. Don't it's like I feel like some of you want to not maybe take enough responsibility or not want to be so concerned about things, but if you take care of business right now, if you do and the things that even if they're not so exciting and interesting right now, if you do them, then you will be free to pursue something else, to have fun, to enjoy a different, experience. But right now, you're being tested in issues of responsibility. So whatever this is, about family, about people that are counting on you, if this is about your line of work, if this is about ethics, morals, if this is about helping someone out, or if someone is telling you or advising you how to do things, maybe someone older or someone with more experience, listen to that voice, because I feel like it's going to get you closer to achieve what you want and then be free to achieve something else. So I hope I was able to provide some insight for all of you Earth signs, and I want to wish you a great week.